Chi-Chi?
How long before you return?
As always.
I will be waiting.
Evening, Captain.
Mr. Jenkins. Who authorized junior thirds to garnish their uniforms with garlic and codfish, if I'm not mistaken?
Sir, Sorry, sir. Tend to it at once.
Yes, Mrs. Carter. But of course we are concerned with the well-being of your dog. Yes, madame. I shall personally see to it that he receives it twice daily. Yes, Mrs. Carter.
An extra $400, really?
Well, I'm nice, sweet sir. It is, after all, our most luxurious accommodation.
Such a lovely room. I mean, Mr. Raymond and I took a look when we heard it was just vacated.
It's our 50th anniversary, day after tomorrow. We've had such a wonderful trip around the world, and we thought, well, maybe these last 5 days back to New York,
But it's so much money.
I'm sorry, madame.
No. Good night.
Good night, sir. And for Mrs. Cutter's dog, ground sirloin. Twice a day.
What cabin the Raymonds in, McGann?
Inside double upper deck 312.
Have it repainted in the morning.
Painted? Sir, the Raymonds, we'd have to move them.
I wonder where.
Yes, where? Yes, sir.
Short call, Captain.
Her on a bottle of champagne, my compliments.
Right.
Children. See? Sí, le entiendo. Vengo en un momento. Call the bridge and have Mr. Barrett go down and pick up Miss... I'll do it myself.
Is something wrong, sir?
I have a cab waiting for me at the gate.
You are the copy. Have the last call from the ship.
Miss Royce?
Captain. My captain. To what do I owe this honor? A steward would have done just as well. Even a junior third. Innkeeper! Amontillado! A glass for the captain. He's come to join my celebration. Here, Captain, sit down and help me celebrate.
Thank you.
Isn't he magnificent? He's like an eagle. He'll play anything that you like. You're devious, Captain. You haven't come to celebrate.
It occurred to me you might like to know we're about to sail.
That shows what a poor judge of character you are. I don't care when you sail.
Really? I'd like to know why.
Well, you've taken me every place there is to go. There's no place left.
There's home.
I've been there before. I thought once in Carroll. What was his name, that Egyptian? Mortada? Was that it? Isn't it funny, I've forgotten already. Anyhow, now it is all arranged. We will fly away, my eagle and I, to a mountaintop someplace. And we will eat olives and bread. Of course, you can help us, you know. We will need a ring. But you mustn't let that fool you. A ring doesn't really mean love. It's just that the best people do it, I'm told.
This woman for us, I think. We take good care of her. You come back tomorrow morning.
Well, I have a taxi waiting for us outside.
Drunk again, huh? Well, if you're going to do it, cheap Spanish liquor's as good a way as any. How'd you find Barcelona?
Full of glittering Madonnas and aging priests.
Naturally. Nothing ever changes. Really. Yeah. Now, that'll keep her out till tomorrow night, and then we can let the fresh air take over.
I'm worried about her.
What they do assures their own business.
Do me a favor, look in on her now and then.
She's sleeping off a drunk, not major surgery.
I think it's something more.
Oh?
She seems to think we promised her something we couldn't deliver.
Well, heaven help us if we're held accountable for all the dreams we shatter. Just what do you think we're running here?
A floating city of 730 souls. My job is to keep their bodies off the bottom of the sea. Their egos, too. Your job is to help me.
That's not bad. I like that.
Well, I rather thought it had a ring to it.
Yeah, well, I'll see what I've got for nausea.
you the doctor?
Yes, I'm Dr. Savage.
My name is Veltman, Hans Veltman. I've just come aboard and I
As
would
I know,
like...
there's a large bottle of pills over there. You just take 2 of them before the ship starts to roll.
Mal de mer is not exactly my ailment. Would you be so kind to serve as custodian of this prescription for me? I'll be calling for them from time to time. Thank you.
Morphine. What are you taking this?
Are we fully rigged, Mr. Barrett?
Last cargo just boarded, sir. Engine room report's ready.
What's our weather?
Fair to moderate. Clear across.
All right, Sam, take her to sea.
Yes, sir. Secure forward hatch. Single up. Fore and aft.
What kind of picture are you getting?
Radar contact about 12 miles out.
What's the course and speed?
Just begun tracking. About 180 degrees, 12 knots.
All right, let me know if it closes.
Yes, sir.
We missed your dinner.
What? Woke up just an hour ago. I thought a little air would...
It's been a whole day. You must be starved.
Everything's closed.
Lounge?
Well, yes, there's that. I just didn't want to...
Why don't I send some food to your cabin?
No, please, don't bother. I was hoping I'd find you here. After what happened last night, I feel I owe you an explanation. You know what it is to love someone. He runs an advertising agency in New York. Robert Raffy?
No.
I'm his executive assistant. Title always made me laugh, but it's true, I am. We started working together 10 years ago. And he loved me. And then last April, the funniest thing happened. Couldn't believe it when I heard it. Married somebody else. I laughed. Then I cried. Then he held me in his arms and asked me to understand that it was really me that he loved and that his marriage didn't mean anything. I mean, he just married her because... Well, how'd you phrase it? Because she played polo and had lots of horses or something. I don't know. I don't want you to misunderstand. He was very nice about it, really. He told me that I was tired and that I'd been working too hard and I should take some time off. The trip around the world, all expenses paid, he insisted. And when I got back, he'd be there waiting for me. Nothing would have changed. He's very sensible about it, really. After all, he was right. I mean, think of all the places I get to. Cairo, Barcelona. So you see, my going home to me is...
I'm having a party tomorrow night in my cabin after dinner. Not many, 8 or 10. The Raymonds, do you know them?
I've seen them.
They're celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. Charming couple. I find myself without a hostess.
You know, you're a very nice man. Women must find you easy to love. Tell me more about the stars. You're supposed to see things in them, aren't you? It's like reading ink blots, isn't it?
For the ancient Arab, that's exactly what it was. They believed you could tell the conscience of a man by what he saw in the stars.
Really? Why, that's... Look, those stars there below the moon. You.
A gallows.
Sorry, sir. No passengers are permitted on the bridge.
No? I'm sorry.
I think we can make an exception in this case, Mr. Marion. All seems to be in order.
No. If it's regulations.
You're Mr.,
Feldman, Hans Feldman.
Won't you please come inside?
Thank you.
Mr. Marion, call the steward. Have him make up a plate and take it to Miss Royce's cabin.
Very modern. Complete. Pedometer. Automatic pallet. Radar. What is your sea return?
You've been on a bridge before.
200 meters?
Less than 100. We can pick up our bow.
Magnificent. Magnificent.
Our radio shack. Oh, and our ship's physician, Dr. Savage.
We have met.
Yes, how you feeling?
Fine, thank you. And this is your chart room.
Yes. May I offer you a cup of coffee?
Well, that ship, sir, she'll be clearing well to the south.
Our first officer, Mr. Barrett, Herr Veltman.
How do you do, sir?
Your captain has been so kind to afford me a tour of his bridge. But you're at work.
That's quite all right, sir. Just clearing up a radar pickup.
With parallel rule and divider? Really, only that? I would have expected to find more sophisticated devices for determining a course.
Well, it still takes a man's mind to put it together.
But there are so many factors. Time, speed, rate of current.
Given the variables, a matter of seconds.
Truthfully, I cannot believe you. An arbitrary point. For argument's sake, let's say 3640 north and 3312 west. Present conditions, how long would it take you to get there?
Hours, 20 minutes.
From the kitchen.
Oh, yes, just a minute.
Thanks a minute.
Who are you? Where'd you come from? My money. Is that it? You want my money? You don't understand me, do you? You're a stowaway. You're starved. The food. That's it. You want the food. Well, go on. Take it. Take the food. It's all right. Go on. You can trust me. Take it. You're just a baby. I won't hurt you. You want to go? You want to go? All right, you can go. Go on. It's all right. You can trust me. But not with that knife. Come on. Give me the knife and you can go. Give it to me. Come on.
I got a call during the night from Herr Veltman, in fact, at 3 o'clock in the morning. He's on morphine, 6 to 8 cc's a day. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Well, that's not what you're thinking. It's a prescription.
What for?
Ulcerative enterocolitis. In other words, a very dangerous ulcer. He's already had 2 operations. He's a sick man, Victor. He's in great pain. I don't know how he sleeps.
So?
Well, so what's he doing aboard this ship?
What the rest of us are doing, I suspect. Going to New York.
Oh, no. There are much easier ways for a man in his condition to get to New York.
I don't think I follow you.
Every time this tub rolls, every time he has to make that trip 3 times a day from his cabin to the dining room or hauls himself out of bed to change his clothes, that man suffers more pain than you can possibly imagine. Take last night, for example, that climb he made up to the bridge. Have you any idea the hell he went through to get up there? Why? What for?
I have a sneaking idea you're about to tell me.
Well, you were there. You heard him. He wanted to know about an arbitrary point, as he called it. 3312 north by 364 west. How long would it take us under present conditions to get there? A point that just happened, mind you, to be directly on our course.
A coincidence?
You mean he just pulled a pair of coordinates out of his hat?
Sometimes,
come on,
Savage.
Victor, admit the man knew our course, vector, and route before he came on board. I'll bet on that. He knew we'd pass directly over that point. That's why he came on board. The only thing he didn't know was when. And last night, Sam Barrett told him.
A point. In the middle of the sea. 1,000 miles from anywhere. I wonder what it could mean to him.
Well, my flair for the dramatic tells me we'd better find out before 9:15 tomorrow morning.
Where's he from?
I don't know exactly, but he gave me a prescription to hold for him. There's the name of a hospital on the box in Stuttgart.
All right. Send a radiogram. Make whatever inquiries you feel are necessary. Wherever he goes, whatever he does on board this ship, I want to know about it.
What happens to a stowaway when you find them?
What a curious inquiry. What provoked it, if I may ask?
Oh, nothing special. It was just that this morning at breakfast we were talking, and somebody said that a boy had stowed away on a ship that they were on, and he seemed about 11 years old. They said he looked as if he were a beggar or something, and I just wondered what would happen to someone in that situation, and nobody seemed to know, so...
A not uncommon occurrence.
They said he seemed so frightened. So young to be so frightened. Why would he be so scared?
I wasn't there.
Yes, but you must have had experience with things like this. I mean, before.
Many times.
Then you know what the boy... I mean, what he'd want.
Perhaps to survive.
From what?
A world dedicated to his extinction.
But what happens to them when you find them? I mean, there must be people, agencies to take care of them. I mean, I should think the UN would probably...
No, madame, no agencies. They are returned to where they came from. If there's something else?
I don't know.
Madame?
Thank you. It's all right. You're not going back. Neither of us is going back. But I won't let them hurt you.
Captain Hans Veltman commanded a German surface raider during the war. After the surrender, he was in and out of various jobs, mostly working for the relocation of displaced children.
Children?
That's right. European refugee kids. He seems to have been pretty good at his job. They attribute more than 270 placements to him personally. And then, 6 years ago, he had a total collapse. They put him in the hospital for the mentally deranged. They called it a case of delayed battle fatigue, and that's been the pattern ever since.
What do you mean, pattern?
Well, in and out of mental institutions. That's where he was. This hospital in Stuttgart until 3 weeks ago when he broke out. They haven't heard from him since.
Did you ask him about that point he mentioned, what it meant?
Yes, I did.
Well, what'd they tell you?
"9:15 tomorrow morning, Herr Veltman's going to go over the side."
Not off my ship.
You can't stop him till he tries, you know that.
If he's insane, we could.
Oh, well, it's insane by German law, not necessarily by ours.
Sam.
Sir?
Keep him under surveillance.
Yes, sir.
If he so much as touches a rail.
Yes, sir.
Good night. Good night. Vodka and tonic, wasn't it?
You're like the Pied Piper, aren't you?
Not too much tonic and a twist of lime.
People come into your light. Pink clouds and roses. How many days before we land?
4.
New York. I've never seen it from the sea.
It's a sight I never tire of. No, the steward will take care of that.
Force of habit. Silly. I did go to the top of the Statue of Liberty once. You live in New York?
No. Place long enough to live, as you call it. This is my home.
Well, then you're not married or anything.
No. Not anything.
Well, this is really very nice.
Yes, it is.
And all those books. Mathematics. I noticed. You must have a disgustingly organized mind. How long are you going to be in New York?
A week.
What do you do?
Well, this may seem odd to you.
What?
I take a car and I drive into New England. I find it very beautiful in the spring.
Alone? Go alone? I don't have to be back myself for a week.
I think we're in for a change in the weather.
Take me with you?
You can always tell by the clouds.
Please?
When the week's gone,
I don't care.
when I'm gone.
I don't want to think about that. Just take me.
That's what you want.
Yes.
A week of passion.
It would be more than that.
It'll only hurt you more.
I have a way with me, don't I? Drunk or sober.
A very lovely way.
I have a wrap around here somewhere.
It's sensitive, appealing, and lovely. Wasted on a week. You're not a casual sort of woman.
Don't lecture me. I've had all the logic that I can stand. Hello, Stuart. This is Miss Royce in B42. There's a child in my room, a stowaway. Would you come get him, please? Yes, that's right. All right, goodbye. Now listen to me, please. I don't expect you to understand, but I want you to listen. You have to go back. I don't know why you left there or what you ran away from. But you have to go back. Both of us have to go back home. Because there's no place else to go. I've just found that out. Don't look at me like that. Please. Don't look at me like that. Please don't look at me like that! Go on. Get out of here. I don't want you. Nobody wants you. Now go on. Get out, do you hear?
There's a stowaway in the engine up room. Hurry.
Don't you understand? He's afraid of you. He thinks you want to kill him.
Go back to your room, sir. We'll take care of this.
Get away from that door. You're not going in.
Confía en mí. Confíame. Te pido. Confíame. There. I'm not going to hurt you. Come here. Please, come over. Please. Please. Come on. Come on. Please. Please, come on. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to hurt you. I swear I'm not going to hurt you. Come. 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 Leave him alone. Don't frighten him. Please, let's not frighten him. Ven aquí. Hijo. Ven. Toma mi mano. Confíame. Sure it is. Lo es ahora. Tómala. 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 Eso es. Eso. Come closer. I'm not gonna hurt you. Just come closer. Please come closer. Just come closer. Hijo. Hijo. Let's go.
Feldman, sir. He just left his cabin.
Schicken Sie! Feuer voraus! Vorwärts! Schießen! Mannschaft an Deck! Torpedo!
Stop engines! Children! There are children overboard! Where? There! Can't you see?
How many?
500! All dead! I killed them.
Won't somebody please say that it matters? Won't somebody please? Hey.
I'll take him below and put a guard on him.
Just take him to my cabin.
I never knew there were children.
I want you to take one of these.
I never knew there were children. Believe me, I never knew it. Just an enemy ship coming through the fog. That was all it was. Just an enemy ship. How could could I know they were displaced children being evacuated to America?
Yeah, give me a hand. Put this on the back of your tongue and swallow. You were going to jump up there on the deck, weren't you?
Yes.
Well, what stopped you?
I thought to lay a wreath on their graves. Myself. There's a note in my cabin. You would have found it. To make the world remember. To make everyone know how stupid, how cruel war is. And yet, as I stood there, the sounds of guns going off in my mind, the sounds of orders, my orders, going off in my mind, came to me. That little Spanish boy's face last night. So helpless, frightened. Like all their faces must have been. At that moment, it came to me. The mockery my death would be. To throw life away when there is so much to be done.
Go back to your work, Herb Altman. There's so many children who need you.
So now he goes back. Just like that, he goes back.
Well, it's a commentary on our times, I suppose, but who'd give refuge to a homeless beggar child?
How? Who takes him?
He's on my ship. It's the responsibility of my line to return him. So I suppose he'll sail with me on my next cruise as far as Barcelona.
And there you'll simply turn him loose?
I don't simply anything, Miss Royce. I'll feed him, scrub him, clothe him. Then hand him over to the authorities. They'll turn him loose.
Don't put the blame on me. I'm not responsible.
Of course not. As I said, it's none of your concern. You did the right thing when you turned him in. What else could you do? After all, one can't support the miseries of the world.
No. No, of course not.
May I see you to your cabin?
Yes.
Suélteme, déjame solo. Déjame solo.
Stop it. Leave him alone.
Do as she tells you.
It'll be all right. Everything will be all right.
Ella dice que todo está bien. How will he be all right?
Tell him I'm going back with him.
Ella dice que volverá contigo.
Tell him I'll take care of him.
Your job.
I've decided to change my occupation.
Ella quiere cuidarte.
Come on. Come to me. Come on. Don't be afraid. It'll be all right. Come on. Don't be afraid. Come on. That's it. Come on. You're going to be all right. Come close. Come on.
Fine crossing, Captain.
Yes, Laguerre. A very fine crossing.
thank you for allowing me to spend this hour with you, and I hope you'll tune in next week for the Dick Powell Theater. Good night.